Did you know that 90% of the things you worry about never actually happen? Yet your mind reacts as if every single thought were a real threat. We live trapped between a past we can't change and a future that doesn't even exist yet. And in the middle of it all, we lose the one thing that matters most, our calm. But here's something few people understand. Calm isn't something you find out there. It's something you train in here. The Stoics knew this. To them, mastering the mind was the ultimate secret to living well. Because while the world screams, the wise person learns to listen to the silence within. And it's in that silence where they find their strength. This video isn't just another talk about positive thinking. This is mental training inspired by Stoicism, designed to help you stay composed even when everything seems to be falling apart. You're about to discover how to fortify your mind, regulate your emotions, and protect your inner peace regardless of your circumstances. If you've been feeling anxious, afraid, angry, or just plain exhausted, stay with me until the end. Because today, you're not just going to understand how to stay calm. You're going to train your mind so that nothing and no one can steal your peace. Before we begin, I want to propose a symbolic gesture. Go to the comments and write, "I choose calm." Do it mindfully, as a commitment to yourself. Writing this isn't just a phrase, it's an internal declaration, a reminder that even if you can't control what happens outside, you can always choose how you respond. Lesson 1. The power of not reacting. We live in a world that constantly pushes us to react to everything. A text that doesn't arrive, an unexpected criticism, a cheap shot at the wrong time. And without realizing it, we hand over the keys to our mind, to whatever is happening around us. Reacting is giving up control. Responding is acting with intention. This difference is what separates the wise from the masses. Stoicism teaches us that not everything deserves your energy. Your mind is a temple, not a public square. Not every word needs a comeback. Not every provocation deserves your attention. When you react to everything, you exhaust yourself. When you choose when to respond, you empower yourself. Calmness isn't weakness. It is the highest expression of inner power. Because he who masters his impulses masters his destiny. Every time someone provokes you, you have a choice. React and lose control, or stand firm and preserve your peace.
In those moments, silence is your shield. Not because you're surrendering, but because you're choosing to protect your mind. The Stoics didn't run from conflict. They just knew that not every battle is worth fighting. Your emotional energy is limited. If you spend it all defending yourself against everything, you'll have nothing left to build what actually matters. Training yourself not to react is an act of deep discipline.
It means breathing before speaking, observing before acting, and thinking before responding. That space between what happens and what you do is where your freedom is born. It's not about suppressing emotions, it's about directing them with wisdom. Feeling anger doesn't make you weak. Letting anger control you does. Every time you choose silence over an explosion, you move closer to the best version of yourself. Lesson 2. Master your internal dialogue. What you say to yourself when no one else is listening is what influences your destiny the most. It's not other people's words that destroy you, but the ones you repeat inside your own head every day. If your internal dialogue is built on doubt, fear, or self-criticism, it doesn't matter how hard you work on the outside. Your mind will sabotage your progress. Stoicism teaches us that the real battle happens within. Your mind is fertile ground. Every thought is a seed. If you plant ideas of failure, you harvest fear. If you plant awareness and discipline, you harvest strength. Mastering your internal dialogue isn't about repeating empty affirmations. It's about building a framework of thought that sustains you when things get shaky. When your mind says, "I can't," ask it, is that a fact, or is that just fear talking? Most negative thoughts aren't truths. They are interpretations, and you can change them. Replace "I'm a disaster" with "I'm learning." Swap "I'll never make it" for "I'm not there yet, but I'm evolving." This small shift changes everything. Because as Epictetus said, we are disturbed not by what happens to us, but by our thoughts about what happens. Lesson 3. Your peace is worth more than being right. How many times have you jumped into an argument just to prove you were right? And in the end, what was left? Stress, resentment, and exhaustion. Stoicism teaches that inner peace is worth more than any temporary victory. Every conflict is a test. Your impulses might push you to fight, but every impulsive reaction steals your energy. True strength isn't in convincing others, it's in controlling yourself. Sometimes staying silent is more powerful than 1,000 words. Walking away from a toxic argument is an act of emotional intelligence. Ask yourself, does this bring me closer to my purpose or does it just feed my ego? This simple question changes the game, because in the end, keeping your cool is the greatest win. Lesson 4. Turn challenges into training. Life isn't going to stop testing you. Problems will arise, difficult people will show up, and plans will fail. But the Stoics had a clear perspective. Challenges aren't enemies. They are training for your mind. Every obstacle is an opportunity to strengthen your patience, your discipline, and your serenity. Instead of saying, "This is unfair," say, "This is part of my training." This isn't empty positivity. It's a mental strategy. Because those who see adversity as a teacher are the ones who grow. As Marcus Aurelius said, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Lesson 5. Cultivate inner silence. We are surrounded by noise, notifications, opinions, racing thoughts. This excess robs you of your clarity. Stoicism teaches that calm doesn't come from changing the world, but from silencing the mind in the midst of chaos. Create moments of stillness. Take a walk without your phone. Breathe without rushing. Observe without judging. Every minute of silence is training for your mind. Because it's in the quiet that you reclaim your clarity and your strength. Lesson 6. Adopt the perspective of time. What feels like a disaster today will be a mere detail tomorrow. Ask yourself, will this matter a year from now? This simple question lowers the emotional volume and restores your calm. Everything is temporary. When you remember that, you gain power over your reactions. Lesson 7. External order, internal peace. Look around you. Your space reflects your mind. Physical chaos feeds mental chaos. Organize your environment, your routines, and your habits. Every clean space is a reminder of discipline. Every clear routine is a step toward serenity. Lesson 8. Make peace your top priority. Your peace is not a luxury. It is a necessity. Before you react, ask yourself, is this worth my peace of mind? If it's not, don't give it away. Because in the end, everything passes. But your serenity is what remains. If you've made it this far, congratulations. It means there's a part of you that has already decided to change. Remember, calm isn't found, it's built. Every thought, every conscious pause is a brick in the fortress of your inner self. Now, I have a challenge for you. Comment, "I choose calm," to seal your commitment. If this video resonated with you, like it to support the channel. Share it with someone who needs to hear this today. Subscribe and hit the bell to keep learning about Stoicism and personal growth. And before you go, take a deep breath and ask yourself, which of these lessons will I apply today? Not tomorrow, today. Because life doesn't wait, and neither should you wait to become who you were born to be. Thank you for being here. Stay strong, stay present, and remember, every step, no matter how small, is an act of courage. Until next time, may you choose peace over chaos, calm over hurry, and wisdom over reaction.